Cool. All right, sweet. We are now recording. All right, so everyone, this is Tariq. We got Jam here, we got Eddie, and we got Adil. Okay, all part of the Man United Red Midlands group. So I'm gonna let the two brothers, introduce themselves. So carry on, lads.
Aldis first.
Finally some respect. So, lifelong United fan. Don't know what else you want me to say.
A bit about Let's say a bit about you, Eddie. Your favourite moment as a Man United fan and your favourite player right now.
Okay, so my favourite moment when Ollie put it in the net back in '99. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 22 years ago. I still remember where I was sat. I remember my dad came home from work. He finished work at 9 o'clock that day because normally he finishes at 10, but he finished early to come watch the end of the match, and he literally came for the last 5 minutes.
Nice.
And then obviously Teddy scored, and all the excitement. Then Ollie scored, that the roof came off the place, and still my mom shouting. I don't say, "Well, what the hell are you two playing at?" But that was my favorite moment. And my favorite player at the moment is probably Rashford, and the reason for that being is what he embodies, not just within the club, but outside the club as well. He's just a great person overall.
Sweet. Nice. Okay, and Adil, what about you, mate? And listen, don't say Di Maria. I don't want to hear Di Maria, mate. Go on.
So my favourite moment's got to be the 2008 Champions League final when Van der Sar saved from Anelka. Our last Champions League win. That was probably a special moment, especially when it seems like it was over, and then Terry stepped up, he slipped, and then we had the advantage, and then Van der Sar made that big save.
Nice.
And it's something. Hopefully we can get into the Champions League for next season and create more memories like that. And at the moment, I would say my favourite player has got to be Bruno Fernandes. The way he's come in, he's changed the club. The impact he's had in the dressing room. He's a leader on the field, and hopefully, with the way we're playing, we can get some good people around him and start challenging for titles.
Indeed, my brother. Indeed. And so then, Jam, you're at work, mate. How's your day going?
Not bad, mate. Just looking forward to tomorrow. All pumped up. Just can't wait for tomorrow. That's what I can say, man.
So listen, man, let's get into it because we haven't really got much time on this basic Zoom because we're not that rich at the moment. So, a quick analysis about the game against Burnley. So, what did you all think about Burnley and now we're top of the league? So, let's just talk about the Burnley game quickly. What did you make of the performance?
I think it was a tough game and glad to get the 3 points. I think whenever you play Burnley, it's a tough physical game, and it's one of those where 3 points is vital, especially where we are. And we got a bit lucky with the deflection, but just happy with the 3 points. I think we did play good. We didn't create as much, but I think Burnley defended well. They were set up well. But we got that bit of magic with Rashford, gave it to Pogba on the volley. Nice, clean shot, bit of luck, and went through the goalie's legs.
Yeah, defo. And lads, what did you make of the game?
You know what? First of all, a great commentary there. I think she worked for Radio 5 Live with the description that you gave there. You know what? I thought, albeit from the start, they were playing long balls and really, physical game. But that's what you'd expect going to Burnley. It's great to see, Harry Maguire, who I still think we got ripped off for, playing very well and making us look very solid. I just felt as the game was going on and on, I just felt more and more confident because you have to earn the right to play the quality football, and we are quality-wise ahead of Burnley, and we earned that right. And I was as the match went on, I think at half-time I messaged in our WhatsApp group to say, "Look, we're going to win this," and I always felt confident.
Nice. And Jam?
Same. We were patient. I knew the goal was coming. Just had to keep it tight at the back and just obviously wait for a chance, and Pogba took it.
Nice. So going forward, then this is probably the biggest derby game that we've had in years with Liverpool because we've not really been on par with them. So preview, what do you think about tomorrow, Jam, and give us your prediction and your 11 that you'll go with. So start us off, mate.
I reckon we have to keep it tight but not too cautious. Go for it still, lay down the marker. If you can go for it, show them who's boss. Obviously end the record if you can at Anfield, and obviously stay in the race. But if we draw, It's not end of the world. We're still there, joint top. So it's all about getting a positive result. Don't lose. Play some good football.
Do you reckon he'll go 4 at the back tomorrow? Or do you reckon he'll go 5 at the back with Shaw at centre back?
I reckon he'll go 4 at the back
Yeah.
with the one holding midfielder and then Cavani up top, Rashford.
So what's your prediction for tomorrow? Give us a scoreline.
Considering the record, I think there's no way Klopp's going to want to lose that game. So I'm thinking open game, score draw.
Score draw, okay. And what's your starting 11 you're going for tomorrow?
De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, Scott, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood and Cavani.
Greenwood and Cavani. So you're dropping Martial, yeah?
Yeah, he's not been in the best of form, so I think...
Is it Martial injured as well?
Yeah, injured. If he's injured, he's injured, but I wouldn't play him.
So you don't Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and then Cavani up top.
And Cavani up top, yeah. Definitely.
So you wouldn't. What about Fred? Fred, yeah, McTominay over Fred.
Yeah, I think McTominay, local lad. I think cool head as well. You know, Fred's good, but he could lose his head in this. Obviously, it's a big, massive game. Probably get too eager, so I just go with Scott. I think.
All right, Adil. Give us your team, bro. Give us your preview. Give us your team, mate. Give us your predictions.
It's gonna be a tough game. You know, in our last 2 big games, you could say, with the last 2 Champions League games against, you know, PSG and Leipzig, and you could say we bottled it, but we got a chance now. Hopefully, obviously, we all want 3 points, but I think going in there not to lose, like Jam said, would be very vital for the team, and especially with the momentum we've got. But I think my team would be personally, I think De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Bailly, Shaw. I'd have Fred, McTominay as the 2 holding, because I think with Thiago and with Liverpool, and when Mane and Salah make their runs, we have to stop that. And I think last few visits they've just outdone us. They've been better than us. And even now, you would say they're probably one of the best teams in Europe. It's just that they're a bit on a bad form. We're on good form. But after tomorrow, everything can change. And then we got the 4 left. I'll personally have Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, and Greenwood as the front 4. And hopefully, you know, we got a bit of the bench. Got Greenwood, got Martial, got Van der Beek. But I'm kind of confident. And I feel like we'll win there 3-1.
Nice. Okay. Confident prediction, Eddie?
First of all, I just want to make it very clear that I don't think we're in a title race.
Okay. Go on then. Bring us back down to earth, Eddie. Bring us back down to earth.
So I'm realistically, yes, we are. You know, we're top of the league. Fantastic. We're 16 games into the season, or 17 games into the season. And if you look at our performances against the top teams, are we going back to Man City before lockdown 1? When we last won against one of the big 6 teams? I can't remember a victory after that on sometime any different.
No, potentially, yeah.
Depends what you mean by top 6. You mean by the traditional top 6?
Yeah, the traditional top 6. So I'm talking your Spurs, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Right, Arsenal are a relegation team now, bro. Arsenal are a relegation team, mate.
Tariq said that, but they beat us at Old Trafford.
They did, mate, but then they bottled it since. Yeah, well, we beat Everton. That's a top 6 team now.
Not for me.
The league says otherwise.
Yeah, top 6 team.
As it stands, they're top 6 team. As it stands.
Sorry.
As it stands, they're top 16 team. So you have to say we beat one of them.
No.
I know it's not the regular top 6, but
I personally disagree with that, and that is why I don't think we will win the title. I do not think we will.
You reckon we'll battle it against the big team?
I think that there's 2 factors that people. There's 2 factors that be vital if you were to win the title. Number 1 would be COVID. You know, obviously, games will be postponed. What's the long-term plan? Are they going to say, well, okay, if you cannot field the team, you will automatically forfeit the match, or do they say you have to go play under 19 depending on your support bubbles? If those kind of rules come in, then it's wide open. Anyone can, because you don't know who that's going to affect.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the form of other teams. Man City are clear favourites. It's theirs to lose for me. They've got the best squad. They've probably got the best first 11 in the country, and they've got the points. So technically, I think they're favourites. But going, instead of thinking too far ahead, bringing it back down to tomorrow, I personally would have De Gea in goals, Shaw, Boy, Maguire, and Twanzebe. I wouldn't play Wan-Bissaka personally because he struggled against Liverpool the last few times. In the midfield, I would have Fred, McTominay, and Pogba. And up front, I would have James on the right, Rashford on the left, and Cavani up front.
So no Bruno?
No Bruno.
Oh, shocking, Eddie. Shocking. That's a statement, Eddie.
Bro, listen. No Bruno.
Did Fergie drop his players for certain games? Did he drop Beckham quite a few times when he played against Arsenal and played Ollie on the right?
No Bruno.
Sometimes you have to make these decisions.
Listen, Bruno's a bit. Nah, you could listen. No Bruno.
No Bruno.
Based on what he's just been player of the month.
Best player we got.
Fake news. There's no way he's player of the month. There's no way he's player of the month ahead of Pogba, first of all. Pogba was our best player in December by a country mile.
Listen, the thing with Bruno is, admittedly, right, he probably hasn't influenced game throughout 90 minutes as much as what he did last season. But even when he has a bad game, he will still assist or score a goal.
Papers over cracks. That's what it is. There's no. Like you said, in my opinion, that's the team we should go with, and I could give a justification why every player they should be playing.
Okay.
So Dan James.
I don't think Twansby should be playing on the right back. We see that he came on against Leicester and cost us basically with the Vardy goal.
The reason I will play Twansby over Wan-Bissaka personally is Twansby actually gives you a bit more going forward. It's not actually very defensive, but it's actually going forward. Wan-Bissaka can't pass the ball more than 5 yards, and even those 5 yards, I'm really worried that the ball won't get there.
But in our biggest games, whether it's PSG or Man City, he's arguably one of our best defenders.
I agree when he's going man to man with someone, but the way Liverpool play, they interlink, he cannot cope with that. And he saw that against Leipzig. He was responsible for quite a few of those goals against Leipzig because they didn't have a man-to-man system. Once they have people moving around, it causes him issues. So he's the best by country mile in the country, let alone our team.
Is that why you go in James right side as well to protect?
Well, So the reason I'm going for James is Robertson, we know, has got energy. So has James. So he's more like I'm putting him on the right wing, not necessarily for his attacking abilities, but for his defensive abilities. Whereas Twanzebe, I'm putting for his attacking abilities, not for his defensive abilities.
But are you worrying too much about what Liverpool can do to us when realistically we should be looking at what we can do to them? Their defence is obliterated.
That's the reason I play Rashford on the left, because on many occasions that channel where Trent Alexander-Arnold plays, we can get in. That's their weak area. Last season, even though we lost 2-0 at 1-0, Martial had an awesome chance when he blazed you over the bar.
Yeah.
And where did he get in? It's that channel. Trent Alexander-Arnold going forward, crossing the ball, is probably the best in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah.
From a fullback position, definitely. I think the only one who comes close to someone like Kevin De Bruyne. However, defensively, there's a weak link there, and I think Martial, and I think Rashford on that left-hand side, local lad, Manchester-born, local derby, and I'm sure he's scored quite a few goals against Liverpool as well.
He has.
So I think that's why on the left-hand side, get Rashford in. That's where our attack is. The other side, we neutralise them. Let's neutralise them on one side, kill the game. On the other side is where we.
Is Matip fit for tomorrow for Liverpool?
Nah, so I don't think they've got any centre backs.
Yes, they're just gonna have. They've got Fabinho. Fabinho's been quality at centre back, to be fair, but I don't know who their other centre back's going to be.
Henderson.
So that's what I mean. They're there for the taking tomorrow potentially.
Exactly.
But let turn up.
Potentially, but there is outscored.
They'll turn up. It'll be fans and all fans. They'll be there from the first whistle. They'll attack us. There's no doubt.
Do you reckon the battle of midfield is what's going to dictate this game? So if you're going, they're going to go with like Henderson, Thiago, probably Ronaldo, potentially. If we go Pogba, Fernandes, and like either McTominay or Fred, one of the two, do you reckon we can win that battle of midfield?
No, I don't think we can. And I'll tell you why I don't think we can, because they play with a false number 9, and people forget that. Firmino will always drop in and create an extra player there.
Yeah.
And the way Bruno plays, he plays like a number 10, not like a midfielder, really. He doesn't play as deep.
Yeah.
And whereas this is why I would choose Pogba over Fernandes, because Pogba's game naturally is to come a bit deeper. And
I
I think
don't see, but realistically, Fernandes isn't going to get dropped tomorrow.
He won't do it. He won't do it. I know he won't do it. He will not drop Bruno. But if I was him, I'd be looking at that option personally.
So if that's the case, then if you're going with your theory, Eddie, do you not think Ale might do it? And he done it a couple of times against Chelsea last season, where he played the 3 centre backs, the 2 wing backs, and then a midfield. Do you reckon he might do that tomorrow?
What he could and what he should do is 2 different things. I mean, he could do that, but then would he trust Wan-Bissaka as right wing back?
No,
because he'll give you nothing going forward, nothing at all.
Potentially.
So then you're talking about definitely playing Greenwood, who I do not trust in the big games at the moment.
He's been here. He's not really had a consistent chance. He's had things going on off the field by the looks of it as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, it just smells like another Ravel Morrison going on here because
not
that's
at all.
Harsh, man, harsh.
He's already proved himself last season, bro.
You're harsh,
let me put on record. I'm not disputing his talent. I'm disputing his mentality. Physically,
based on what though? We don't know. We don't know what's been put.
Look what's happened off the field, Eddie. His friend commits suicide. A lot going on, man. A lot going on.
Yeah, I understand. Mental health awareness is a big thing at the moment, and I understand that there are stuff going on in the field. But I'm not talking about his form, his missing chances. I'm talking about his choices. Really, each time he gets the ball, someone makes a run. He doesn't pass the ball. He's very, very selfish.
But that's what made him so great last season.
Yeah, but last season there was a end product. He was scoring goals. He was taking 10 shots, scoring 6. You can see the outcome. This season the outcome is not there, and sometimes he needs to think bigger than himself.
Yeah, but this season we've got an extra striker, so chances are going to be limited for him potentially.
No, but if he was playing on the side and he was assisting, you think Ollie would drop him now? Ollie would keep playing every game.
His game's not an assist. He's a natural striker. He's a finisher. His game's not there to assist, is it?
Yeah, and that would come to him as he gets older and plays more towards the middle. Because at the moment he's a bit lightweight, I think, to play up front on his own.
Potentially.
And I think Ollie is doing the right thing, just playing on the right hand side. But each time he gets the ball, it's the same thing. Step over, comes in, shoots, hits someone, the first person.
So no Greenwood for you tomorrow.
Tariq, what's your prediction for tomorrow? What does your heart say? What does your head say?
I'm confident, man. I'm going 4-1 United tomorrow.
4-1.
4-1, bro. And I'm always like conserved, and I'm always like the time I'll back the other team to beat United. But I've got a feeling. I got a feeling. Listen, I've got a feeling tomorrow, right? We are going to absolutely destroy Liverpool, man. Honestly, I've got a feeling, mate. If you get to team,
can you imagine?
I've got a feeling, mate. It's going to happen.
4-1. That's massive.
The thing is, bro, they're not scoring at the minute. So even all their big players, the Mane, Salah, Fabinho scores like 1 goal every 200 games, and he's the best striker in the world, mate. He's a dead striker. Their big players at the moment aren't playing. Their best player is Pablo Robbo and Fabinho. And apart from that, mate, they're not looking great. I think the only game they've won in the last month was against the Villa under-9 team, and that was about it.
But they always
it's on the day. They could just turn up. Everything could click. You know what I mean? Salah could bang them in.
Yes. That's true, I mean, even when we were on top and they used to come players, we used to struggle against them.
That's true. Yeah, but I've just got a feeling tomorrow we're going to tear them apart. Their goalkeeper.
It's all about taking chances.
Okay, lads, who would take a draw right now? If you were offered a draw right now, who would take it?
Not me.
I'll bite your hand off.
Not me. Because it's a draw in the grand scheme of things. If we're trying to go for the title, I know you don't think we are ready, but we're looking at Liverpool. Realistically, a draw is not a great result, especially if Man City win their game in hand and they're in form right now. So realistically, we can't afford the draw. We've got to go for the win.
Yeah, but
it's true, Tariq.
Every game technically, but the thing is, we're not going for the title, and you fans do remember that we are not in a title race here.
We are, bro. We are.
And in early stages, we're playing them like it's our first game against them. If it was say March, it's a must win. But this one is a must not lose.
It's January, bro. We're almost come to February. Are we in a title race?
Yeah, we are in a title race here.
Adil, are we in a title race?
We are in the title race.
Eddie, your brother has just spoken. We're in a title race, man.
He's a kid. He's inexperienced. He doesn't understand these kind of things. He doesn't look at the bigger picture. We are 17 games into a season. We're not even halfway through a season. I'm sure if you look back through the seasons, after 17 games, seeing who's top or who's second. There's teams that by 3, 6 or 7 the rest of the season. We are not in a title race at the moment. So if this question was being, if this was 10 games time and we were in the same situation, I'll be saying something different. But at this moment, we are not in a title race.
Eddie, if we beat Liverpool tomorrow, are we in a race officially?
No.
Okay,
Still no.
So when are we in a race? If we're top, how many games are gone? When do you think we're in a race now?
23 games.
So 5-6 more
About
games.
a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, have this conversation in 4 weeks' time, and I'll tell you if we're in title race.
All right, cool. So let's wait and see. So we got Liverpool tomorrow. We'll see what the results are for that, and then we got Fulham as well
Wednesday
after. Sweet. So let's see.
Now Fulham played really well today. I was telling Tariq before, they played really well. If they had 11 men, they were beating that Chelsea team. Chelsea got lucky because they're against 10 men. Even then, they scraped through.
They're playing good football, man.
But I think the only benefit that I can see is their left back, who was sent off, is obviously banned. And their right wing back is also banned because he's picked up a yellow card. So, touch wood, we don't get any sendings off or any kind of major bookings tomorrow.
Let's wait and see, man. Let's wait and see.
So I was gonna say, no order or anything like that. Who do you think will get top 4 this season then?
Top 4. Eddie, you go, man. You start.
In no particular order, City, Liverpool, United, and Spurs.
Nah, not Spurs, bro. Not negative Mourinho. Not for me, mate.
Mate. Have you 4?
Leicester, consistent. Leicester.
Okay.
Bottlers.
So you got Leicester. That's the Jam. What's your top 4, bro?
United, City, Liverpool, Leicester.
I'm gonna go with the same top 4 as you. I think that's spot on.
Brendan's a good manager. I think they'll do it.
I personally think Everton will get into the top 4 this season. I think everyone's forgetting in a month's time when European football comes back, and
Carlo.
I think once the Champions League comes back, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, they'll be a bit iffy about playing the first team players, especially in the league if they're not really challenging, or if they are challenging, it'll make it. City need that Champions League this season, especially Pep, and I think he doesn't really care much about the Premier League. So I think once the European trophies start coming back in mid-February, I think we'll see who prioritize over what. And Leicester, they're in the Europa League. Everton, I'm sure they're in the FA Cup and only the Premier League. And Carlo will be licking his lips thinking this is a very good chance to get that 4th spot.
He should have been United manager, according to our mutual friend.
Who's our mutual friend?
Who's our mutual friend, Jam?
He goes by the name of Serb.
the Serbian legend. Well, you know what? Isn't
that the guy that comes with the formation of 4-2-1-3-7 pirouette 7-4-5?
Yeah, that's
the one. But you know what, though, Jam? You see, in terms of your top 4s, all those teams, the only consistent goal scorers are Jamie Vardy and Harry Kane. And Harry Kane's not even playing as a proper centre forward. He's playing in a deep role. So realistically, like I've been saying, if Man City, United or Liverpool actually went out and spent the money on a proven goal scorer, aka Erling Haaland, the league is over for them, man. The league is over.
Default.
Well, Mbappe's contract finishes next 2022, I think. So if the PSG are going to sell him, it's going to be this year. So
bro, get yourself on a flight to Paris. Go and make the deal happen, man.
Well, it's a Mbappe or Sancho. Who would you take, Jam?
Mbappe.
Easy.
Easy. Well, listen. The last thing before this thing runs out? What's your thoughts on Diallo? The Diallo signing. What's your expectations for him?
I've never seen him play, so I'm not going to comment.
Same here. I've never seen him play.
I've seen some YouTube videos, and I think he's going to be one of the best, if not the greatest, to play for
this
club.
Man,
so I'm just putting it out there.
You know what? You can't base your opinion on YouTube. What's wrong with you?
Come on, man. Dan James looked good in the videos.
You'll find a great video.
Dan James never looked good in one video.
It did when he was running. Come on, man. You can't YouTube. Forget YouTube, man. Give him
YouTube. Right, boys. Serious question. Wayne Rooney, what are your thoughts that he's retiring?
Oh, legend.
Legend.
Good player,
Julius.
not a legend for me.
Well, why not? Why not legend?
I think we all remember when he had the club to ransom, not once, twice.
Yeah,
Twice he had the club to ransom, and don't forget that.
I think that didn't help things. But for me, when you think of Wayne Rooney, yeah, I think of him when he first burst onto the scene up to Euro 2004, and he was an unstoppable, amazing player. Probably in our lifetime, the best player that I've ever seen from like 16 to 18, 19. And then it was like he almost grew too fast. He was almost an adult as a teenager, and by the time he got to his mid-20s, late 20s, he just went
He was
downhill.
gone.
Yeah.
He had a short peak.
Yeah.
He didn't take care of his body like Ronaldo did, I personally
Yeah.
think. He didn't
He
take
didn't
care
take
of
care of his
himself.
body like Eddie.
But
Sure,
I think going back to the Diallo situation, I think, do we need strikers, or is it the defense and midfield, like the centre mid, that we need to improve on? Because I think attackingly we're one of the greatest in the leagues. We've got plenty of options there, but defensively, you always feel like
I think we need a striker.
Striker and a winger for me.
No, I think the right side is a major problem for us. The right wing.
Yeah, me too, man. But
that's why he went for Sancho, didn't he? Because he could see that. I personally think another problem is a centre mid. I think obviously if we signed Matic 10 years ago, it'd have been fantastic. But he's past his peak, and when we have the ball, it's fine. But when we don't have the ball, if we came up, I think it's and that's one reason why player won't play him tomorrow, because he knows he hasn't got the legs anymore.
So who do you reckon will play tomorrow? Who do you reckon will play tomorrow? Fred or McTominay or both?
I think he'll play both.
Fred.
I think he'll play both.
No, I think he's going to go Fred, Pogba, and Fernandes.
I don't know about.
Because realistically, Pogba's been your best player. He's probably in his best form. Yeah, he's coming to the biggest game of the season. You're going to drop Pogba. Yeah. Think of what that does for his confidence.
I mean, I think Fred is a dead cert, and the reason for Fred being a dead cert is the way Liverpool play fast-moving football. That the energy levels are going to be needed, and
definitely.
Fred on the ball is absolutely atrocious. I don't think he's good at all on the ball. Off the ball, he probably causes more ground than any other player on our team.
Yeah, definitely.
I think tomorrow, if he plays Pogba, tomorrow of all games in the 5 years that Pogba has been there, the ups and downs, tomorrow, more than ever, he's got to stamp his authority on a big 100%. Game for Man United. And if he does it tomorrow, then fair play to him. But I think that's
for us to win, Bruno or Pogba is going to have a game of their lives, I reckon. One of them has to stand up.
They all do, mate. They all need a massive game tomorrow, everyone.
What do you reckon of his interview? Pogba's interview?
I thought it was very, very realistic. We're not title challenges yet until we get to the top.
Agreed, man. The one thing I got out of that was that he said that he hates being a sub. He hates being on the bench. He hates losing, but he seems happy. So let's just see what he does, man. Let's just see what the game brings tomorrow. But hopefully 4-1, 3 points, and we're one step closer.
Where do we go if we lose? Where do we go if we lose? Just like argument's sake.
If we lose, bro, it's not the end of the world. We're still joint top with Liverpool.
Hang on. You know, if we're losing, James will start messaging the group saying Ollie out like he always does.
I'm a changed man, lads. I'm changed. I take every moment. I know I'm changed, man. No more fits or tantrums. If we lose, we go again.
He said, do you know the thing is, apart from Bayern Munich, apart from Bayern Munich and Liverpool can probably dominate and smash any team in the world at Anfield. But the thing is, they don't have the fans there, so that's an advantage in itself. So let's wait and see. Right, lads, we've got about a minute left of this video. So last word, start with Jam. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just come up a notification. That's how broke we are on this channel yet, mate. We've not made it. Yeah, so Jam, last words, bro. Last words.
Don't lose, and we're still in it. Don't lose. Must not lose a game.
Must not lose, otherwise I'll lay out. Yeah.
No, I'll lay in.
All right, Adil, go to you.
6 points clear by tomorrow.
6 points clear, and then we're going to finish it off with Stone Cold Eddie Austin.
Yes.
We are not in a title race. Whatever happens tomorrow happens.
Get him off! Get him off!
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
And on that note, we'll see you next week. All right, lads, catch you later.
Yeah, mate.
From here,